Okay. Okay. Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Public Service Knowledge Hub, today's class is in collaboration with the Association of Senior Civil Servants, Lagos State Chapter. As we all know, if you are a regular student in this community, you will know that previously our capacity maximum is 500, but with the aid of union and their the executive, we'll be able to expand the Zoom capacity to 1,000, which they are even thinking of more capacity. So I warmly welcome every participant to today's session of the 2026 tutorial series. Initially, today's class designed to be our normal Sunday knowledge sharing series, but due to the forthcoming promotion exercise, we try to shift it back to so that every eligible, especially eligible officer, can benefit from it. So today's topic is very important, especially for officer preparing for higher responsibility and leadership role in service. Before I proceed, let me check if Mr. Balogun, the union chairman, is on this call to address the participants as usual. Okay, Mr. Balogun is not here. Okay, let's proceed because of time. So like I said, today's topic is strengthening public service delivery through functional admin and HR structure. As we all know, effective administration and human resource management are the backbone of every successful MDA. A functional admin HR system determine proper workflow and coordination, staff performance, motivation, and discipline, accurate record, and compliance with service processes, and also quality of service delivery to citizens and government. This session will help officers understand the role of administration and HR in modern public service, the 5 divisions of administration, their functions and importance, job expectation for officers across cadre, how admin and HR structure affects please hold on. Okay, the PSO is trying to reach out to me. Sorry. Hello. Excuse me, sorry for the breaking transmission. The PSPS who want to join us, so I need to send the link. Please bear with me. Let me quickly do that. Sorry, pardon me. Like I said this session will help officers understand the role of administration and HR in modern public service, the 5 divisions of administration, their functions and importance, the job expectation for officers across cadres, how admin and HR structures affect performance evaluation, promotion and productivity. Then the key performance indicators, KPI, that every officer must understand. To lead this important discussion today, we are honored to welcome a seasoned professional and transformational coach, Coach Ọmọbábìnrin Olúbùsọ́lá Abídàkun. Coach Olúbùsọ́lá Abídàkun, MCIPM, PSL, FITD, FILCS, MCIOD, is a seasoned human resource strategist and public sector leader with deep expertise in HR management, leadership, development, and organizational growth. As Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Establishment and Training, Lagos State, she drives transformative HR reforms, professional development, and employee well-being initiatives. Known for her strategy leadership, Coach Olúbùsọ́lá champion inclusive, empower and mentally health work environment. The key expertise: public sector HR, leadership coaching, employee well-being, capacity building. Ladies and gentlemen, without wasting much of our time, please join me in welcoming our distinguished facilitator, Coach Ọmọbábìnrin Olúbùsọ́lá Abídàkun. You are highly welcome. Let me see your emojis. Or you want us to end this call now?
Good afternoon, my dear Professor Jamiu.
Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, let me show my face.
Yes, ma. It's necessary, ma.
So that you don't think it is AI that is speaking to you. So I want to say good afternoon to everyone. The permanent secretaries on the call, my colleagues, downlines, and most especially to Prof. Jamiu of the Knowledge Hub and your team. I cannot mince my words in saying that you are doing a great job, Jamo. You are doing a superb job in the service. And this is what we want. This is what we are projecting. This is what we're propelling for you to create ideas, to make reforms, to be transformational. And ever since I've known you for over so many years, 15, 18 years, you've been constant. You've been very transformational. You are not transactional in any way. You're a very happy person, always smiling, always ready to help people. Please keep it up. The Lord will help you and elevate you. Amen. By the grace of God. Amen. And so I'm very happy to be here. I heard when you were talking about PSPS, so that she wanted to join. I want to say we have 812 and more on the call, more still coming. I want to say good afternoon to my dear friend Suki Sukayait and other permanent secretaries that may be on the call. I've been well introduced. And today, we're not going to speak too much Turanchi. I'm going to hit it to you straight away. I'm going to tell you the things you should look out for. I'm going to tell you the things you need to know. First, foremost, put your minds at rest. Be calm. Remember that boy, mommy, calm down. Just be calm. When you are calm, you'll be able to remember what you want to say. What are we talking about today? We're talking about the changing face of HR, human resource in Lagos State. And who is the HR? Who are the people? Which faces are we looking at? We're looking at our faces. We're not talking only about admin officers, because I know that we have a potpourri, a mixture of all the people service-wide here. Am I correct, Jamil? All cadres.
Very correct, ma.
So we have all cadres here. But at the same time, there are basic things, what we call generic things, that everybody must know about. So, what are the changing faces or the changing face of HR in Lagos State? There's a growing demand for efficient, people-centered service delivery. What are we talking about here? Me and you are different people in different MDAs. You have your job description. There are things that you must do. And when questions are asked that, Shade, how are you? Introduce yourself. You must be able to introduce yourself. Who are you? Tell me about yourself. You must not become a monosyllabic person, someone that will not be answering in ones or twos. Tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself means tell me everything about you, from your name to your designation, to your cadre, to the ministry you are, to what you do. What you do, not we, I assist. No, what do you do? You must be able to say everything without anybody even prompting you. And that will enable you to be calm. That is the first thing I'm going to tell you. And that is why the new system of the capacity development or the appraisal module that you are doing now, because some people have been saying exam. It is not an examination. It is an assessment. Only that it has a different name. You are being assessed computer-based, you are being assessed by written, you are being assessed through oral interview. So you must be able to speak according to what they ask of you. And like I said, the moment you are asked to introduce yourself, be sure to say, my name is Olubusola Abidakun. You put your name, of course. I'm a chief admin officer in the Ministry of Tourism and blah, 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 where I handle workforce planning and recruitment. In this division, I'm in charge of the NYSC, the corpers, the ITs. When they send their letters in, I write to my upline, and at the end of the day, suggest departments or units where they should be posted based on the skills they have. And then you forward the file. I want you to be able to say what you do. What is your JD? What is your job description? You tell them what your job description is. Your job description is the work you do, what you are doing, not what we are doing. I hope you understand that. And when we talk about efficiency, how efficient are you? Have you been able to align what you do in your ministry to the overarching pillars of Lagos State or the Themes Plus agenda? which pillar does your MDA belong to? You must know that. If you're in education, themes plus, number one, you must even know the meaning of themes. You must know the three better that forms the plus. And you must be able to situate it to where you work. If we're talking about housing now, you know, if you're a Ministry of Housing, you must be able to talk about it. Even if you're in Safety Commission, safety of buildings, safety of the staircase, safety of the environment is still part of it. You must be able to link what you do to the themes plus agenda. That is the alignment. Now, why do we talk about the fact that you people are the catalyst that we need in the service? You are catalyst because you must be able to translate policies into measurable actions. What I talked about just now. You are in the Ministry of Transportation. You must be able to know we used to say, what is it now? Multi-modal mode of transportation. Now it has quadrupled. There are different ways. You have the BRTs, you have the ferry, you have the rail, you have so many, you have everything. You must be able to say, why do we have the rails? The rails have been able to, the remaining crowd is causing traffic. The rail has been able to remove the crowd from the roads. The BRTs have done that. The ferries too, all they add to rich areas. The ferries are able to transport people from Epe or even Ikorodu to wherever they're going. You must think deep. What do we want in Lagos State? We want officers that can face us. We want officers that can talk. We want officers that are vibrant. An officer that is audacious. You stand, you put your hand down and you talk about the things you have done. You must face this appraiser with the things you have done. You have a syllabus already. Go through all the syllabus, everything readable, read it. Know about what's going on in the current world, current affairs. Who was that Katsina FC guy that they slit his throat because he won a goal against the other supporters? What has been happening? That is current affairs. HR, your PSR, public service rules. I know that Mr. Jamiu, he has assisted several people to buy the PSR. You've bought so many books. Have you read them? Have you highlighted them? Why are you putting these books to use? Why again must you be a reforms catalyst? You must drive innovation in the administrative and HR processes. Forget the fact that some people will say, we are professionals. Everybody is a professional. You may be a professional in the civil engineering cadre. The surveyor is an engineer. The HR officer is a professional. The accountant is a professional. Everybody is a professional in their field of studies. But what binds us together? It is the HR. The HR aspect binds us together. And you must know those 5 divisions of HR because it is HR that will help you drive everything you may want to do. You want to renovate, rehabilitate a road. It starts with the memo writing. It starts with you with data analytics. It starts with visuals. How many roads have been rehabilitated? Why did they spoil? Because there were no drains, because there were no road furniture, all these things. You know what I'm telling you, my dear participants, is that you must, let me use the term one of my guys used to use, you need to open your brains. Ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ sọpọlọ kalẹ̀, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ ṣí brain. When you open your brains, ideas abound. So you must be able to say that, yes, it is you, every one of you, you are the ones assisting in all the MDAs by putting them right. Not because you are Mr. The tap is leaking, the door is fault. No. You must situate yourself appropriately as a professional, and you must know what you do because you are the people that connect people, systems, and strategy towards outcomes. If you do not, man, materials, money, everything can be there. If man does not make use of the money and the machine, nothing will happen. Everybody will be looking at it there. That is why there is MDAs and there are generic departments and units there to ensure that things flow appropriately. Now, what are the basic skills? You must have an exhibit. You must be visionary thinking. Questions will happen during your interview. What are the how can you be a catalyst? Why must you be promoted? Why must you move to the next level? Why sell yourself? Tell me about yourself. Give me a pitch, an elevator pitch. Tell me in 2 minutes or 1 minute. Elevator pitch is 1 minute. Tell me 1 minute the kind of person you are. I am Mr. Jamiu. I'm visionary thinking. I think out of the box. I'm accountable. I'm intelligent. I have a reform mindset. I'm a people's management, a people's manager, and I'm very proactive. You sell yourself immediately. You have the opportunity to sell yourself in 1 minute. By the time you introduce yourself, that you have said you are Busola Bidakun, principal admin officer, so. I have the innate or the soft skills of being proactive. I have negotiation skills. I have reforms mindset. I think out of the box. I don't like mediocres. I'm very transformational. I can't tolerate transactional people. Sit down, Lamaso. But when you are saying people will get fed up. That is this person now going to level 15? Or when you start doing dabbing, when we start dabbing, do you know the meaning of dabbing? Dabbing, ibon, and we have to be doing like this. You must be calm. When you are calm, pick your words. Not everybody can speak as fast as I am. I am Busola. You are a different person. I know my low sides that I'm improving upon, and I know my high sides. You must be emotionally intelligent. By knowing yourself, this is when you know and understand yourself that you'll be able to understand other people. So now, this can come out in any of the general questions. You all know the 5 critical divisions of admin and HR: workforce planning and recruitment, learning and development, employee and industrial relations. Most of the time, people just say employee relations. It is employee/industrial relations. You may say, no industrial relation in our ministry now, no aluta continua. Everybody is an aluta continua. And it's a small thing that will cause a problem. That is why before anything rears its ugly head, you nip it in the bud, and that is industrial relations, apart from you managing employees through certain issues. Some people see employee relations. When you say, okay, what do you do as a staff of employee relations unit? We issue query. That is the only thing people say. We issue query. Why must it always start with query? There are so many things. Do you do visitation? Do you care about the mental health of an officer? Do you check on them? I, as a PS, talk to any of my officers. I check and walk around. That is why I have different canvases or sketchers. I move around, right from when I've been DHR, when I was a DHR. So it didn't start now when I became PS. Those that know me know me. So you must know these things. And then we have human resource measurement and accountability and the general administration. You must know what all these units do or how they assist in achieving the mandate of your ministry. What is workforce planning and recruitment all about? It is the strategic process of identifying and analyzing and addressing the human resource need, e.g., when corpers are deployed to your ministry, a corper that is a graduate of, let's say, civil engineering, of course, civil engineering will be deployed to the Ministry of Works. Industrial relations can be deployed anywhere, but it is your duty when the corpers are deployed to you for you to look at for you to look at where, put on the lights. No, we are continuing. Just my face you will not see, but law. So it is your duty to look at the workforce need. This is a graduate of human resource and personnel management. You should know automatically that such an officer or a graduate of English linguistics or mass communication, you must know where to put that person. Putting the right peg in the right hole or the square peg in the square hole. That is emplacing people appropriately. And that is why we still say that right now, there is what we call over-establishment or under-establishment, when you have too many officers doing little work. Some MDAs have too many staff doing little work. It is the duty of the DHR there to identify the people, the workforce that are there, and identify that we have 10 people instead of 2. Shut that door, there's echo. Sorry about that. Let them shut the door. So it is the duty of the admin and HR to identify and even write. Those that know their duties do the right things. They should write to the Public Service Office identifying that we have 20 officers, whereas we need just 3. PSO will be so happy. Really? How did it happen? Thank you. Because there are some MDAs that need more workforce. So it's not for everybody to just be sitting. When you know that you don't need certain people, put your pen to paper and let the Public Service Office know. That is what they call workforce planning. Identifying the right number of skills in the right place, or the right number of people in the right place. Now, what are the stages of workforce planning? I call this Krunje. When we used to do written examination, each time I facilitated and gave this is real Krunje. In case you don't even know what workforce planning is all about, because it has stages. The first one is to define an establishment plan. What is that, your establishment plan? Do you remember what we call personnel budgets? Those of us that started our work in Estabs understand it. The personnel budget is a spreadsheet, body imposed, actual, projection, blah, blah, blah. You must know how many you are. I'm not talking about the nominal role now. The establishment plan, it determines the required post and how many people can work there. The required jobs, job design, and the number of people there, and the right skills that will support the structure and the functions. In the staff clinic, for instance, now, you see the number of people that go to the staff clinic every morning. Even some people, for them to buy paracetamol by themselves, they will still go to staff clinic in order to get paracetamol. You must know, how many nurses do we need? How many doctors? How many consulting rooms do we have? In the staff clinic right now, as we all know, we need more workforce there. They are always very happy when the corpers come, because the medical corpers can do some basic things while the full-fledged doctors can be addressing some other things. We need to define your establishment plan, and you are the ones that will do it. Be you a surveyor, an engineer, anything, you need all this. This is not just HR alone. Then you must analyze the existing workforce and identify the gaps the way you identify the gaps that are, hey, they've given us some people, and when you type, okay, they don't know how to type, but they are trying one by one, A, B, C. You will know that, by the time you want to write for training, you need to put some in capacity building with reference to what is it now? IT, typing, being able to manipulate tools, work to digital tools. That is still part of the workforce planning. And at the end of the day, you'll be better for it. And of course, by the time you prepare a workforce plan, you know the right people that is needed. And if you don't now have the people, there is something we call dispensation to recruit. You may now write that, in view of the fact that we don't have informaticians in service, or we don't have epidemiologists in service, we need to recruit. That is what workforce planning is all about. I've explained what the establishment plan is. The deployment, you all know about deployment. Every one of us were deployed from one place to wherever we are right now. Interns and NYSC core members, induction and onboarding. It is the duty of the officer in charge of workforce planning. By the time you get these slides, you have what you need. Now, I call this the hanging fruit. This was designed in 2013. And Madam Suki and a couple of other people that might be on this call will remember this. It was by SPARC and DFID. And I was lucky to have been part of the people that brought forth the creation and institutionalization of HRM in the public service. You remember what it was before? It was DFA, Director of Finance and Administration. Now we call it DAHR. But now the workforce planning, these are the jobs. In case some of you here, they ask you, what do you do? These are the things you will say you do. Don't say I assist, I help, I do this. You must be able to state that I am a staff in workforce planning division where I do a lot of job evaluation and classification, workforce planning in order to ensure that the right people are put in the right place, recruitment and selection for some agencies like the commissions, yes, induction of all the new intakes, we ensure that we onboard them in the ministry, not the general onboarding that the Public Service Office does. Even in the Ministry of Establishment and Training, we have the onboarding booklets, especially for establishment department and training department. Your department must have an onboarding thing so that people will know the right things to do and what they will do. You talk about deployment transfers and NYSC and interns. I monitor and ensure that before the end of the month, I would have forwarded their list, the months done, to my upline, who will in turn forward it to the permanent secretary, and then it gets to accounts. After maybe 1 week, I go to ensure if it's been paid. Then I will inform the corpers or the ITs to go to accounts department to receive their stipend. Can you see that? You just talking about the headings. You have Uti Soroton. Don't let us get angry in case I'm on the panel. Don't let's get angry to be saying, after that, what do you do now? You must, and look at all the things you need to do under each one of them. You make sure that you print this out and keep it as your book for life. Now, we go to the second one that is called Learning and Development. What is the Learning and Development Division? It's a strategic function focused on building employee through continuous training, knowledge sharing, and why? In order to enhance and improve their performance. And that is what we do here. You will not say, if you say, I'm an officer in L&D, make sure you don't say L&D. Learning and development. Do not use any acronym without first explaining or defining the acronym. And you can't even start using acronyms when you are before a panel of interviewers. You must always say the right thing at the right time. And so, how do you do learning and development or L&D? You must be able to set targets. Where do you want to be? This is where you are, point A. You want to get to point C. How will you navigate A to B before you can get to C? What are the skills that are needed for that officer to be able to work on the Excel you want the officer to work on? What are the skills that officer will need before the officer can prepare a PowerPoint for you? I can prepare PowerPoint by closing my eyes because it has become a part of me. But of course, in view of the fact that we now have the Gen Z, Gen whatever, they can now put effigy, different kinds of effigy for you. But the idea, you can't fault that from experience. Àgbàlagbà máa jẹ́, ọmọdé kan máa fi razzmatazz sí ni. Do you understand? You must be able to know what you are doing. If you're in L&D, just make sure that you read through this and know it like the back of your palm. These are the kind of things you start your introduction with. After you've mentioned your name, my name is Oshadipe Yemi Esther. I can see how she's looking at me. And I am in Learning and Development Division of the Ministry of Works or Office of Works, where I ensure that talent management is key. I review their job descriptions, I identify the skills gap so that we can list out the kind of capacity development needed for the officers. Thereafter, after getting the clearance and sign-off of the permanent secretary, you forward it to the Ministry of Establishment and Training for sign-off. And then you consult with your consultants and blah, blah, blah. You must follow due process. I hope we are all with me. And this is the hanging fruit of the Learning and Development Division, appraisal. You can imagine introducing yourself as a staff of the L&D division, where I do appraisals, I go or I implement or navigate through appraisals and issues concerning advancement and conversion, career development, talent management, and confirmation aspects. I go through the files, I ensure that the biodata is filled, it is good. I ensure that the officers have listed the kinds of trainings they had gone for in the past, and that is it. You must know what you do. These are the jobs you do. And if you are not in any of these aspects, as I am talking to you, you must be able to list out what you do. Don't say we. And all of these things can come out in your CBT. The computer-based test is holistic. It will take you through everything you should know. You don't need to be a sportsman to know the winning team. You don't need to be a woman to know about sexual and domestic violence. You don't need to be a child to know about bullying. You must know about everything. What do we do every October? What do we promote? Is it sexual and domestic violence month or September? What do we wear? You must just blow your trumpet. You talk about what you have been doing and the achievements you've made so far. So now let's go to employee and industrial relations. This is a key HR function that ensures the cordial working relationship in any MDA. And what does it do? It addresses staff welfare. Christmas, Tideton, Shetikọ welfare. Have you or you people are still dancing with your budget, my budget, and you have not written memo. It is after you write the memos and approval comes, remember the weeks that it will stay in OIA and then it goes to STO. And then you start analyzing who the things should go for. You must be prompt and proactive in any task given to you. So this aspect, even you handle grievances, someone is ill, you don't just say, Peleo, can you just go and check on the person? Even if you can't go physically, you can put calls through. How are you, Mr. Day? Hope you're feeling better. The medication they gave you at the staff clinic, hope it's working. Please take your time. I'm just checking on you. I need to be able to tell the permanent secretary that you're feeling better. And if you live close to the person, there's nothing wrong in actually going over to say hello. That is employee relations, when people love to come to work, not when people do not want to come to work. What kind of person are you? Are you a kind person? Are you a toxic person that everybody will be saying, Nzobu, Nzobu, the lion is coming? What kind of person are you? Are you the kind of person that people will wake up and say, mo tún ti ń lọ síbẹ̀ yẹn, PSO dẹ̀jọba mi gbé woman yìí kúrò lọ́dọ̀ wa, PSO dẹ̀jọba gbé bàbá yìí kúrò lọ́dọ̀ wa. Are you that kind of person? Are you a lion to your downlines? As we are talking, make sure that you change, because all these things have a way of affecting personalities and the job itself. Now, what is the business process or the flow line of employee and industrial relations? Address matters of appeals, grievances, and of course, disciplinary measures. To conclusion, do not be that officer or that director that will leave open queries and then the officer cannot be promoted. Once a case or a matter is closed, close it. And you know that it's closed, either be through a warning letter or a reprimand. It must be in the file, and then you close it so that the officer's career can continue. But if there's an open disciplinary action, despite the fact that it had been closed, the officer cannot be presented for any promotion. You ensure standard and professionalism are maintained with equity, fairness, and justice. And all the other things as mentioned, those are the business process. It's a flow. What is a business process? A business process is a flow of activities. How do you move from day one to or let's say 8 a.m. in the morning to 5 p.m.? You must be able to analyze what you've done. And then you say, it is a business process, a flow. And this is the hanging fruit of the tree of employee relations. Every one of you, if you are in ER, employee relations, you must be able to say, some people are in Phoenix here now. I'm looking for a name so that I'll pick a name. I'm Adeyinka Adelakun. My name is Adeyinka Adelakun, and I work in the Employee and Industrial Relations Division, where I handle discipline appeal matters bordering on grievances, whistleblowing, leave and absence, health and safety, in order to ensure that the ergonomics of the workplace is proper, workplace assessment, industrial relations, blah, blah, blah. By the time you say this, PS Suki will say, Ma soton lo joko jo, over sotoni, because you know what you're talking about. Deile Oyi Konsade, you are in charge of matters affecting whistleblowing. How do you go about it? This line of whistleblowing will tell you the activities, everything you need, well stated out here, so that your work will be so easy. The least we want from all of you is ability to showcase yourself that you know it. Stand with authority, speak with conviction. That is what we want, so that we can know that these Lagos State officers we are promoting this 2025, Mr. Governor, they deserve it. But when we know that, One can patch you one on, patch one. That is why we have some issues we have now. When a level 17 will be taboing. What is taboing in Yoruba or in English? On tabon. Such a person will not be able to control the younger ones. And the younger ones will feel that, hey, is this how this public service is? And that is why they want to japa. But those that understand the sustainability and the faith and the what is it now? The job security in the public service, they are staying and they are putting their best in it. That's why we have high flyers. That's why we have people that get commendation letters. That's why we have the accelerators. So why don't you just join the train? The train is going. It is saying, it is going. Join it before it goes. We want every one of you, we want the result of this year to beat that of 2020 or that of 2019. COVID started a lot of things. We want the result of this year to beat the one of 2019 so that we will be proud of the workforce we have. Adeyinka Adelakun, I can see that you are writing. Ma worry, Amafun. Just write your point. Whatever you don't want to forget, just jot it. Die empty. And that is what Jamiu has been doing. Everything we give him, what you know, you know. You can't audit. If you audit, you are not developing people. The moment we finish, Jamo will throw it onto the platform almost immediately. And then you must be, it's already there. You see, God bless you, Jamo. It's already on the platform. Nobody is hiding anything. We keep learning. Learning is lifelong. What you know, come and tell me. We speak English. We don't know calculation repeated like that. Maybe Adeyinka now is an accountant. You can teach me some things that me, I don't know, or that I don't even want to know because I can't calculate. You understand? So I'm trying to tell every one of you that it is your confidence and your composure that is really, really critical. And you going through all the, what is it called now? Your syllabus. Go through your syllabus. What you know, share. When you know some things and you keep it to yourself, you might forget. Am I talking sense? You will even forget, not might. You will forget. But when you are sharing with people, it becomes a part of you. But if you say, má jẹ́ kí n sọ fún, kó má lọ gbà jù mí lọ, you will forget. But when you share that, hey, have you seen this one? Did you see the one that Rasul did the other day? Did you see the one that Kiniko? You will remember. So what are the key objectives of human resource measurement and accountability? That is appraisal, promotion, exit, pension. All these things are the things that are important in HRM&A. And this is the hanging fruit. Some people will say, I do appraisal. I collect SPADE form, and I calculate, and I count, and I rubber band, and I send to the PS. Haba, look at all the work in that division. Exit, have you even done this? The exit must be done first thing or second week in January. They would have even sent it. PSO will send, commission will send, everywhere they will send to you. Compile it so that we can know the number of people that are going, so that we can recruit younger ones. Have you updated your MDA's database under HRM&I, that is Human Resource Management Information System? Temilola, are you fine? Temilola Fakumoju, are you okay? Okay, all right, okay, no problem. Benefits and insurance. There are so many things, so many jobs that I'm always baffled when people say, "Kosi share." When there are so many things that you can do to even assist your permanent secretary. Have you wondered if some people had accidents? You must find out. Did anybody have an accident? Accident does not have to be by car alone. Show ṣubú lórí staircase. Tẹ́sẹ̀ kan tó gbé POP sí. When my sister, my friend, PSPSO, we wanted to make money that time, I could shanu money. When she tripped over a wire and she twisted her ankle, we could have made millions because Baba Wogidi niye and say, hey, OPS, ledalese. And then we write and write and write. But you know, we Yoruba say, Jani Suru, Eja Shanu, Ema Binu. If anybody should have an injury in the workplace, there is insurance for the person. Do you know how to tap into the goodies in the service? Most of our parents were public servants. Owó yẹn náà fi rán gbogbo wa lọ sí school. Kòtó gbogbo wa ṣe masters tán without shaking money. There are so many benefits that you are not tapping into because you are not reading deep enough. Look at other benefits and insurance. You can receive any of this. One day that one small boy just bashed my Ford tuntun, tó ti lò 1 year. He bashed into the Ford, of course. He cannot pay. I just suffered him by collecting his vehicle. I parked this vehicle in my house for 1 month because kò lè sanwó Ford yẹn. What he destroyed was close to 3 million. Mo kàn ṣàkàrà ẹ̀. At the end of the day, insurance paid me back. They paid me back, of course, owó ṣẹ́kù. You understand? You must know what you are entitled to. That, and it is in finance. There was a form that PSO sent out. How many people filled that form? Where you graduate percentages, 100%. How do you want to share it amongst your children and your husband? Some people will put it 25, 25, 25. Some people will give the man 5% and give the rest to the children. Because when your is baba gbogbo ọmọ ayé, see the men are smiling. I can see them smiling. But then there are, on a very serious note, there are so many things that we need to do to even help ourselves while we're still in service. And when we talk about key performance indicators, you work with officers and departments to develop the key performance indicators. What are those things, the work you need to do at the right time with the right money for you to get to the right target? That is KPI. And have you met your key performance indicators? Have you done what you ought to do? You covered the minutes of meeting. Have you, within 24 hours, the extracts? I didn't say minutes, so the extracts of the meeting must be out for everybody to do. Ẹni tó máa ṣiṣẹ́ olúkálùkù, the person that should do the environment, the person that should do everything you send. When the extracts are correct and signed off, the minutes of meeting is just a matter of semantics. Joining English to join the extract. Shikena, life is not easy. I mean, it's not difficult at all. Extracts, learn how to write extracts. Once they say the extracts are fine, the remaining is just for you to put semantics into the extract for it to now become minutes of meeting that will have an introduction, you know, the time you started, the person that's the chairman, and then when you ended. That is it. And now, this is the fifth one, the fifth and the last one, general administration. I know this is the one most people like, because under general administration, that is the one where you want to buy fuel, you want to buy diesel, you want to buy table and chair, where some shikini money or some money, our crumbs come out sílẹ̀. But general administration is more than that. It entails the effective coordination of internal operations, that is number one, logistics, transportation, etc. Number two, and documentation to facilitate seamless service delivery within the MDA. What are we talking about here? There are so many things under this general administration. It's not just transport officer alone. It is the holistic one, up to the kind of chair that you have given me to sit on. The chair you have given me, can it make me become an abuké? Can it give me spinal cord injury? Have you checked my height in proportion to my table? Because when you are writing, your shoulders must be straight. Your shoulders must be straight and you are writing like this. But the moment I have to bend like this, because the table is too low, by Wednesday, somebody will be sick. Somebody will have to go and see the doctor. So the general administration is even in charge of those minutes of meeting, the documentation. And this is the ideal and the reality. Can you look at it by yourself, pari passu? The unit acts as secretariat to all meetings in the MDA. Minutes of meetings are never ready when due. So you look at this in order for you to be able to face what you're going to do. And now this is the hanging fruit of the general administration. Imagine HR and admin department, budgeting, personnel budget, office maintenance, the diesel. Have you checked it? Do you have a logbook? Do you check the dip? How many hours how many liters do you spend in 1 hour? If you stand before me during your interview and you tell me that you're in charge of general administration, we'll ensure that diesel is in the tank. After the approval comes, you liaise with the Bile Oil and Gas. They bring what is due to you. You dip your dipstick into it. You see the measurement. You write it down. And I know how many liters we spend in 2 hours. I will say, man, Omo Yimoshe, you must be on top of your work. Not the last thing you can ever say. TOC problem is any other duties as assigned, because you can be given any other duties. And when you are given any other duties, grab it, own it. That is what will make you smart. That is what will make you know more people. When they need rapporteurs, grab it and go. You will meet people, Oma Mowesini, you are showcasing yourself. When they say they need people to do something, say I am available. Be ready, but you take the right permission. Of course, PSO will never even write, call you to come without writing to take the appropriate or requisite permission. So please, what I'm telling you is that know that you are in charge of all these things. The procurement, remember, this procurement is not necessarily you going to Odiolowo or Enuowa to buy tires, or Agoro to buy carrying Latimara provision, or carrying to buy provisions and all that. They are different. You look at it appropriately. Some procurements are only for certain ministries, but some for you, for your own MDA. Now, let's talk about the critical L&D challenges, because you never can tell. Some of you might be asked some of these questions, because by the time you start off and say, I'm in L&D, question what am I being? Now, some of the challenges, signing of bond forms. So many directors are on this call. All you do is you just endorse. Did you read? Did you see the person that guaranteed the officer? Is the phone number there and the address? The moment your signature is there, you are bound to. You must read appropriately and ensure that the officer that owns the bond form has even signed appropriately. Is it full-time? Even starting from when they write the letters for the request. Always read very well and do the work before you send it to your permanent secretary. Don't say, and you are praying to become Oga. You must do right things so that you too can get to that enviable position. Delay in submission of PMB minutes of meeting. I've said it during when we had the centralized personnel management board meeting, where, of course, I won't mention her name because I've already punished her, I've canceled her, I've done a lot of things concerning her. The minutes of meeting came exactly 1 year after the meeting. I hope you heard me. The minutes of meeting was sent to a staff exactly 1 year after the meeting. What is the result? she damaged and scattered the flow, the careers of all the officers that were involved. Because certain things that we ought to have done, when we didn't know it, we are not witchy-witchy. 1 year. So please, don't be, you are supposed to be catalyst, not encumbrances. Catalyst, not encumbrances. And irregular PMB meetings, you'll be saying you are waiting for money. Kò tíì sówó. What are you using your friends for? All your friends that are directors, can't you say, mo máa pè fún meeting wa o, but kò tíì sówó, please ọ̀rẹ́ mi, gbà wá bá ṣe wà, tí approval bá dé, send sí yín. Do your PMBs when you must do them, so that the younger officers can move ahead. Their careers will not be truncated. It is not fair. So these are the kind of things I can throw it to you, that how often do you have your PMB meetings? Or your career progression PMBs? I can ask. And then you'll be looking at me. Okay, after you've had it, how soon should you forward your minutes of meetings? When you are calm, you will remember what to say. You will know what to say. Are you getting me? When you are calm, but when you are not calm, you won't know how to express yourself. But when you are calm, you'll be able to say, within 48 hours or maximum maybe 72 hours, you must send it. Shebi, it is for you to write it, correct it, and then you send. And you know the easiest way that we were taught when we joined the service, the ogas that trained us, when you have meetings, nǹkan tí lágbájá sọ, gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tí jàmójàmó sọ, I will write it and send to him. Please validate, confirm. Were these the things you said? No, I said 70%. I didn't say 17%. Or sign it. You go around everybody. By the time you put the minutes down, it is exactly what they said. So the minutes will be complete and correct. Simple. Don't say you are writing. You are writing what they did not say. Simple ways. Another thing is late or incomplete invitations, especially to a staff. You must change all this. A circular will come out soon wherein we will say that going forward, we're going back to how it used to be. You must forward files to us 2 weeks before any meeting, so that we can look through. Gone are the days of addendum. Ade meeting ton ese wa mu addendum 20, not addendum méjì, 20. Jomo. So please, directors or senior officers on the call, let's do the right thing so that you can stand and say what you do. Before I became PS, I can say what I do for 30 minutes, because I know what I'm doing and I will have the figures. And when you have figures, you are talking facts. So please, all of you, you are doing marvelously. Write them down so that you can remember all the things you do, so that you won't look as if you don't know what you do. Now, let's leave this. You can read all this. Now, let's talk about general challenges. Lack of technical know-how. Most of us, or most of you on this call, still do not, you are not absorbing this digitalization we are talking about. You need to start it díẹ̀díẹ̀ náà la bẹ̀rẹ̀ kọ́wọ́ wa tó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe bíi ti àṣà. Are you getting me? And whatever you don't know, be ready, be vulnerable enough to tell people that they should help you. I don't know this thing. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ help me. Pátápátá fi ẹ ṣe ẹ̀yẹ, wà á dẹ̀ lọ bá ẹlòmíì, kò sẹ́ni tó mọ nǹkan tán o. Ask, seek. That is why Jamo and his team started this up, which I am so happy and proud about. Ṣé báwa ò ronú irú ẹ̀, àwọn ọmọ wa ta train ló ronú eléyìí, inú wa dẹ̀ ń dùn. inú wa ń dùn that the service is going higher. For them to have thought of this, wọn ò ronú bẹ́ ṣe máa pàdé níbi tán ti máa gégò, tán máa gé bíà, wọn ronú how to improve the service. Help me so that I can help you. So please, whatever you don't know, you must be able to use digital tools. If not, you will not last long in the service. Things are changing. Lack of required IT skills. Oh, sorry. The one I talked about now is the IT skills. The technical know-how is you knowing your job. Lack of technical know-how, you knowing your job. You went to school, you studied so. Okay, now, forget what you did in your first degree. You are now director in charge of, let's say, power. You are director power, like Engineer Momo in transport, in energy. And you are not checking all the power cables. The moment they take light, he knows what has happened. If I should call him engine, Mami, mama to ṣe kíní kan ló sáré trip off. You must be on top of your job. You must know you must be able to diagnose issues, just like the doctor. Ṣebí nǹkan tó bá sọ fún doctor náà ni doctor máa sọ pé ó ṣe é. But if he's not sure, we say that you should go and do some tests. So please, know your job. When you know your job, you're going to stand in front of the panels and make us proud. You know what you are doing and you blow it and be proud about it. And when you are talking, you stand straight and be looking us eyeball to eyeball. The way Jennifer will say it, eyeball to eyeball. You look at us, it shows confidence when you are talking. Let people say, shako, shako, tó bá shako wọn ní mọ̀ yín. Shako dada. What's the meaning of shako? You are projecting yourself. Shako dada, shako with what you have here. Not akọ ara nìkan, with what you have here. And then lack of required IT skills. Make sure that you improve upon yourself no matter what. Opaqueness to lifelong learning. Some people will say, the moment you stop learning, there's a tissue in the brain that starts dying. Lifelong learning is what you must do. You must continue. I don't want to be revealing too many things here. Myself and my sister, PSPSO, there's something we started again. Kò easy o, ṣùgbọ́n a tún torí bọ̀. Kò easy, fẹ́ fi gba promotion, fẹ́ fi gba nǹkankan, but for this brain, so that you can be alert. You will know everything. Something, they talk about this, you know a bit of it. They talk about this, you know a bit of it. You must know how to do the right things. Read, do your masters, do certification courses, go online. LinkedIn, free training wà lórí LinkedIn. Free training wà nínú Coursera. Free training wà nínú Udemy. Free training wà nínú alison.com. Ó pọ̀ jaburata. So many. Free training on how to develop PowerPoint. All you need to do is, you press some things, EDUB, EDUB is there. You click it like this, it gives you beautiful things. Then, kó ọ̀rọ̀ tó bá ṣe, jù sínú ẹ̀. How to buy redesign it. Honestly, you people must learn and be different. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ fellow yẹn, ṣó lórí méjì jù yín ni? Only that they went extra miles. And by the time some of them finish, they give them level 13 or they become SSA when ẹ̀yin ìyá wọn ẹ wà ńbẹ̀. So the essence of this orb, this KH orb, is for you to care, for you to fly, for you to know the best of the best. And the last one here is nepotism. I guess my time, when am I stopping, Jamo?
Go ahead, ma.
Okay. And then the last one, nepotism. Nepotism is really destroying the service now. And it is punishable according to the PSR. What is nepotism? What is any small thing happens, House of Assembly ló máa pè yàn. Any small thing, kábíyèsí. Any small thing, baálẹ̀. Haba. Don't you know yourself? Can't you face face challenges by yourself and you come out of it victorious. You must be able to stand your ground and do the right things and showcase yourself. And if there are issues, you know that there are certain ways of ameliorating or coming over certain things. Nepotism is not a nice thing at all. Now, what are the recommendations? IT knowledge is a must for all admin and HR officers. Nomination for training and conferences should be more objective because we see what to send to us. And that is why we thank God for our governor that has approved a particular app for us. The app we used to use years ago, it is called STMS, wherein the moment you put the names there, it shuffles and juggles and will never repeat a name more than, depending on how you set it. Maybe you want to ensure that every officer gets trained 3 times in a year. We put all the nominal role. Remember, it is what you bring. So you must do the right thing. It's the nominal role that will be fed into it. And it will ensure that at least in a year, 3 trainings. What we have been doing manually too has been fantastic. I have one of the best director of training right now. She and her team, what we are doing manually with the nominal role is superb. How do we know? When I go to declare trainings open, most of the time, 80% will say the last time they had training was like 5 years ago or 4 years ago. So we are doing a good thing. And by the time the app comes now, it will even be better. And we'll keep expanding it so that every one of you will get at least 3 trainings per year. But remember what I said earlier. Don't wait for government to train you. Government is already feeding you. All the wherewithal. Train and develop yourself. Self-development is key. It is key. Of course, your place of work too should train you so that you can be a better person. But no matter what, train yourself to where you want to be and do a lot of certifications so that at the end of the day, when they're looking at your CV, you enter the service with maybe 1 master, let's say masters. And by the time you got to level 15, you already have 3 masters and maybe like 10 certifications. Wow. You know, they will say, irú ọ́fíìsà tá fẹ́ lélẹ̀, ọmọ yìí, ó mọ bó ṣe yẹ kó develop ara ẹ̀. So every one of you, when you develop yourself, it's for your own good. Of course, some of the things you learned, you will use it in the service. But at the end of the day, it is actually for your own good. So I want to say once again, this one, what to know for, you put exams, not exam, let's say appraisal and oral interview. Self-introduction. That was what I started with. Introduce yourself. Stand in front of a mirror and introduce yourself with what you are doing. You must know the mission and vision of your MDA. That one, escape. You must know the mission and vision of your MDA. Even knowing the core values of your ministry is not too bad. You are transparent, you are integrity, you are focused, you are this, you are that. It is you knowing. You are talking about where you work. So you must be able to know it. Then pillar classification. Which of the pillars do you belong to? Jamo now is in MVA. He knows the pillar where he is. If I'm to ask Vicky Kem, the pillar you belong to, you must be able to know the pillar you belong to. Are you under health? Are you under transport? Are you under environment? Are you under making Lagos State a 21st century? Even a step here, apart from even the education aspect, we are making Lagos State a 21st century state. How? By training the right people for the right country. Because only resilient people can work in this resilient state. Only high-level minded people can work in Lagos State. And so we are making Lagos State a 21st century one. And even when it comes to security, when we train people, Because security-wise, the trainings we give, security trainings, one way, how to be this, how to be that, sexual and domestic violence training is part of the training, how to keep yourself safe. So you must be able to stand before the chairman or any of the panel that when they say, what pillar do you belong to? You must be proud to say, I'm proud to say that I belong to 6 out of the XY pillars. When we talk about transportation, my MDA went, we do blah, blah, blah. When it comes to health, we do so. They will say, Tito, Joko. Never be one of those people that will say, stand. Next. Never pray to be that person that they'll say, next to, because you will be standing. The next one that will come again, Olimamo. So just know what you want to say. And I said earlier, your job description, know what you, Shade, you, Victoria, what you do, not what we do or what they do. What you do. Then alignment of your pillar with the theme's agenda, and then what reforms or innovations have you even brought forth? Innovation manitenshi. Somebody created it, somebody thought about it also locally. This is an innovation. What other innovation can you bring forth? What else can you do? Even the Association of Senior Civil Servants want to assist, want to fund wọn lówó sí so that they can expand the database, the what is it called now? The entry base to 1,000. That's a lot of money, a lot of dollars. Dollars, nothing so. You understand? So what can you do to even improve this thing that they are doing? Those are the kind of things you'll be thinking. Don't just be takers. Let me don't be takers, be givers too. So I really want to say well done, and I wish you all the very best as you go forward. Any other thing you need me to talk about, please let me know. Jamo knows how he catches me. Orula man soro. Omo bo se ma mu mi. You understand? You must light up the candle for other people to see, and you must pass on the torch. Thank you very much. Questions?
Thank you very much, ma. Thank you. Let your emojis come in. Let it keep on rolling. Thank you very much, ma.
My pleasure.
Before we go into question and answer segment, I will call on Mr. Balogun, the chairman union. I think he just joining us. He has something to say. Mr. Balogun, are you with us? Oh. Okay, Mr. Balogun, you have the floor.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. And good afternoon, our facilitator, Mr. Abidekun. Thank you very much, ma'am, for that impactful presentation. I know you for who you are. You've been a very major partner, and we want to appreciate you for all you've been doing for us, especially in Association of Senior Civil Servants of Nigeria Lagos State Branch. We really hold you in high esteem. And today, coordinator, that is the Knowledge Hub, for putting all of this together, and it's been a very wonderful thing. And
thank you very much, comrade. Thank you very much, comrade.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Then to all participants, I want to encourage all of you to just keep calm and just make sure that you prepare very well for it. We've been engaging the Civil Service Commission, and we have that assurance. The intention was not to, indict everybody or fail anybody. It's just to improve the system, to have a workforce that can be that the state can be proud of, and then for better service delivery to the citizen and then the residents of Lagos. And that is the essence why we have. So we don't have any other choice than to just partner with them and make sure that we have the right skill and then the right people for the job. So that is the essence. So I just want to encourage you to just keep calm. If you have any issue of technical issues or whatever, just make sure that you get in touch with us, then we can escalate it for you. So I want to congratulate you in advance, and I want to believe that by the special grace of God, we're going to meet at the next level of your promotion. Thank you very much, and congratulations in advance.
Yes, so next level. Let your emojis keep on coming to catch that prayer. Next level is yours. At the same time, please read. Before we go into question and answer, I will call on Kapo, the PSPSO, to add something to what our Father just said. Ma, unmute yourself, Ma.
I'm unmuted.
Okay, Ma. You are welcome, Ma.
Good afternoon, everyone on the call. Good afternoon, PSS staffs. And first, I would like to say a very big thank you to the coordinator, if I can use that word, of this, would I call it promotion series? But I want to see
Yes,
it as a knowledge sharing clinics that have been going on for a while. Before I go on, let me also thank PS staff. I know that you always do a good job. You have a deep passion for the human resource, cadre. And we believe that, yes, we're going to take it not just one notch, but several notches higher by the time we leave by God's grace. Now, I just want to add that I can see we have close to 1,000. At the time, it was 1,000 people on this call. I want to believe that not everyone on this call is here because of the assessments that we're going to be having for the promotion. Because like Busi said, officers need to seek knowledge. You need to seek knowledge. It's not only because you have to do promotion. It's not about promotion, it's about what you know. Once you know it, you know it. Nobody's taking it away from you. So we must seek knowledge. That's part of the KSA. I'm sure Busi probably mentioned it. Knowledge, skills, and attitudes. That's what is going to take you high. So I hope all these people on this call are not here because of promotion, because if you are, then I'm disappointed. Because I believe that we should be seeking knowledge. Because anytime we are having promotion exercises and this kind of, platform is raised, everybody comes in. And then after that, what happens? Let us use whatever it is that we've been given here, continue to use it in your work. Really, if you are actually doing the work, you are stimulating yourself for the promotion. It's going to be a walkover. And I would have said one or two things more, but I see that there are no more low-hanging fruits. Busi gave everything out. She was just dashing out the low-hanging fruits, dashing it out. But no problem, we are all in this together, and we believe that, yes, this exercise that Commission has introduced is to take the state, to a higher level. We are saying Greater Lagos are rising. Let it arise with officers that are knowledgeable, officers that are ready to go the whole hog, officers that are ready to do job enrichment. Because I see that we're talking to the admin and human resource cadre. Maybe there are one or two other people that are not in the admin cadre that are on this call. Well, you have also shared in the low-hanging fruits, but most of what was said, it was said to the admin and human resource cadre. Now, how do you enrich your job? Are we doing it like because there are issues that come up in the admin and human resource ecosystem that, because that is how it's been done forever, that is how we want to be doing it. Nobody is forward-looking. Nobody is proactive. Nobody is agile. And agility is a new currency in HR. What are we doing about it? When we recruit drivers, do we take guarantors? How do we take the guarantors? Because let me also give you my own low-hanging fruit, particularly for those in my cadre. We are going to be giving out, we're going to be asking simulation questions. I'm not going to be asking you what is leave. We've gone beyond what is leave. So let us look at how to do the job. How do you even enrich your job? What are the things you're doing? How was it done in the past? How is it being done now? What are we doing differently? How can we make it better? The ones that we need to introduce back, like the one Busi mentioned, I mean, in the past. In fact, I was going to type nostalgia, but I saw that the admin had blocked everybody from typing anything. In the past, once you do a meeting, in 24 hours, you see the checklist out. These days, 3 months, you are waiting for the minutes of meeting. And we have non-admin and human resource accounting officers complaining about our KIDA. So these are things that, you know, when you're asked, you want to bring it up that, oh, this is what you do, this is how you do it. What is your business process? What's the workflow? These are things we want to know. And like Balogun said, there is nothing to be afraid of, really. It's just an assessment. Nothing to be afraid of. And I'm glad that most of us have been participating in these exercises, you know, these clinics that we've been having. I know that you have jotted down 1 or 2 points. Add that to what you know, add that to what you do, and you have no problem. What we also want to see is confidence. Like Busi said, don't bring the confidence of dabbing. Nobody should dab. Because I tell people in the admin keda, Oyinbola wan jail. Because you write minutes, you do, you know, all sorts. I don't want to take too much of your time because Busi has done a very, very good job. And since I'm the umpire, if I can use that word, for this keda, I'm not going to
Thank you,
let
my
all my
darling.
cards out of the bag. Thank you very much. God bless you. And I wish you
Thank
all the best
you.
during the
Thank
assessment.
you, my
Thank you.
darling Sukiyatu. Aburo mi atata.
Mm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma. Apo, my mommy. Thank you very much, our coach, Coach Omobabirin Olubosola Abidakun, for that insightful and impactful presentation. Yeah, we truly appreciate the depth of knowledge here, the clarity of explanation, and the practical guidance provided on strengthening public service delivery through function admin and HR structure. Your contribution today have added great value to every officer present, and we are grateful for your time and expertise. At this point, distinguished colleagues, we will now open the floor for questions and comments and short contribution. If you have a question, please use the raise hand button or type in the chat box. I've opened the chat box now. I lock it because of the distraction. Kindly keep your question brief and straight to the point so we can allow others to contribute as well. So if you are speaking, please introduce yourself with your name, MDAs, and go straight to your question. No story, please. There is no time. Once again, I thank the Permanent Secretary, Public Service Office of Head of Service, for her contribution to join us. We are still expecting her to come by, I think Thursday, she's coming to this call and take us or something, so I will not disclose that. Okay, right away, I will call on Olaniyan Abiodun. Please, your name, your ministry, and go straight to your question. Olaniyan.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, Secretary, Office of Staff Training.
Sorry, Olaniyan, your network is cracking somehow.
Hello, good afternoon. Am I audible now, sir?
You are not. You are still not audible.
Wow. Second time.
Maybe we should call another person. Check your network, then you can check back. Morenikeji Oladapo. Oladosu. Okay, thank you. Sorry for that.
Very much, sir.
Name your ministry.
Yes, Morenikeji Oladosu, Ministry of Agri and Food Systems, sir.
Right.
Thank you very much, my PS. The informative and very insightful presentation, I really appreciate this. My question is a very simple one, but I just need clarity between the difference between introduce yourself and can we meet you? Thank you.
Hello, coordinator. Do you want
Yes,
me to
ma'am.
be?
Hello?
Do you want me to be answering one after the other, or
No,
we
you
take
can
three?
you can jot it down, then we take it once
Uh-huh.
and for all. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, please, once again, let's be mindful of the question we want to ask. There are some questions that to me is not relevant. Please ask, let your question be in line with the topic, please. And there is some question that you ask to yourself. If you ask yourself, you see that you don't need to ask such question, please. So let our question be professional. Thank you. Ọpẹ́ṣèyítán Olúṣọlá, unmute yourself. Your name, your ministry.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, ma. Welcome, ma.
My name is Opeshetan Lydia Olushola, Principal Executive Officer 1, General Duty. I'm from Itere Kate STD. I just want to make clarity between my designation and my schedule. And I've been with WAPA department for past 7 years. Now, that is my normal schedule. How am I going to group with the team plus agenda? Thank you, sir.
Okay, Opesheyitan, noted. Ìgbàsan Olúwatóyìn, unmute yourself, you have the floor.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. You are live.
Yes, thank you so much. My question is just one, but before I do that, I have to introduce myself first, because I understand that is the procedure. My name is Igbasan Oluwatoyin Abitogun, local government, Papa Gombe. I'm a chief building officer. I want to appreciate our permanent secretary for what he has taught us this afternoon. I've learned a lot since this knowledge hub begins. I want to appreciate you so much, and I believe that God Almighty will continue to enrich your knowledge. My question is just what I noticed since this has started. I noticed that most of the facilitators we are bringing, maybe because I'm in the engineering cadre, I'm a builder, I want to appeal. My own question is just an appeal that if you can just bring one of the facilitators in our cadre so that we too will benefit from the rich knowledge of experience he or she must have gathered along in the service line. That's my question, sir. Thank you so much.
All right, sir, Mr. Igbasan, noted. But before the week runs out, we are bringing a professional from your own field. It's part of our timetable. So tomorrow we are bringing scientific officer, and next one, engineering cadre. Thank you very much for that. Victoria Adewale, unmute yourself, your name, your ministry.
Good afternoon.
Good
It's
afternoon.
Adewale Tinola Victoria. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you so much, our PMS Permanent Secretary. I really appreciate. I'm from Ministry of Transportation. last man. My question goes up. I really want to know the meaning of STMS and for her to please expatiate more on it.
All right. Is that your question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
STMS. The full meaning of
MTMS.
STMS.
Is it STMS or
T
MTMS? Can you spell it out?
STMS.
Okay, STMS. Okay, noted.
STMS.
Okay,
Yes,
noted.
sir. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Yeah. All right. Ma, can we do justice to that before we move to chat box, Ma? Coach, Ma?
Okay.
I said, can we do justice to that one? Yeah, clearly, Ma.
Okay. I was trying to unmute, yes.
Okay.
Okay, So thank you very much. The first question, I didn't get the name of the person, but the person asked the question that, what's the difference between introduce yourself or can we meet you? My dear lady, it is the same. Can we meet you means tell me about you. Who are you? What do you do? Is the same or is the same as saying introduce yourself. Introduce yourself is very, very watery. Like, one should, we've leveled up and moved ahead. So it's the same thing. Talk about yourself. Who are you? You can even come before me and I say, good afternoon. Who are you? Will you just say, my name is Shadi? Who are you? There are different, that's what we're talking about, innovations and dynamism in the service. So it means the same. And when you are asked such a question, remember, talk about yourself, your cadre, what you do, and what you've been able to implement in your ministry. And then the second one by Opeshe Iton said, designation that you want to know. I didn't get that one. Designation and schedule. I didn't get that. Can she say it again?
Okay. What's that name? Opeshe Iton, right?
Opeshe Iton, the one from LCDA. I know she said something about that she's at maybe Kate, that where did she
unmute yourself.
Into? Is she there now?
Yes,
ma'am.
Okay. All right. So please, can you be clearer? What was the question?
My question is that I've been with, I'm a principal executive officer, general duty.
Okay.
I've been with WAPA, Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation Department, for 7 years.
Okay.
Instead of me being a personnel person, that has been my schedule for over 7 years.
Okay.
Now, how am I going to group myself with the Teams Plus agenda?
Okay, that is so simple. That means you appreciate on you don't know the Teams Plus agenda. Number one, you said you work with the LCDA and you are in the WAPA. I know you people have MOHO, WAPA, Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. See, the fact that you work in the local government or the LCDA, you belong to security and governance. You belong to security and governance because there are so many hanging fruits. Go and Google that Teams Plus agenda mandate. I think I even have it somewhere. Look at, can you see it?
There is one research.
Can you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
And let me look at, see now. It says there's something about reform local government administration, and then ease of doing business, expand city coverage of Lagos State. Imagine, those are the things you people do because you are the grass of the grassroots, LCD, isn't it? You do so many. The women that are in the grassroots that we don't see at Ikeja, VI, Lekki, you see them and you are educating them. You are helping them with the ease of doing business. You are going down to see them. You do, some of your MOHs go to give them immunization, their babies. Don't you do that?
Yes, we do the youth development.
Places, yes, you know, all those things. So you are under security and governance. You are making Lagos a better place. When you look at all the pillars, you can see yourself in almost 4, if you understand. So make sure you prepare yourself for this in order to know that our non shele now, our non shele and shele. That is the way for you to know that that is your job description. Gone are the days of schedule. Don't talk about schedule again. There's nothing like a job schedule. It's the job description. That okay. Then someone, yeah, thank you, so then Ibason, the engineer. Thank you very much for what you said. Well, I was applauding the coordinator, Jamo, Mr. Jamil. I talked about the fact that you yourselves must see or look for ideas of how to improve this. The association, the association is already here. They are aligned with it. When we do promotion exercises, they come to stay there to see, so that when people say, they'll say, no, our people were there. And I'm happy that you have brought up that one. It's just that you don't know the many things they do at the back end. I know the number of people they extracted from me last week, the people they needed to meet. They are doing a very wide coverage, only that it takes time. He too is a staff, but it's trying. And then for you to actually have the time of the people you want to bring, that's another thing. But it is very good. If you join the team and you are able to bring facilitators, people that can speak from engineering, be it chemical, be it electrical, be it civil, you'll be of assistance to him. Work together. Remember I said, light the candle. Take your own candle to light it with the light, with the candle that is working right now, so that at the end of the day, everywhere will be well lit. The procurement DG had already come to you. Several other people had come to you, but I understand your field, which is a fantastic field, that it should be wider. When the people are ready and they have the time, even if it's 1 hour, we'll beg them to quickly, so that it won't be as if, àwọn admin yìí, wọ́n mọ ara wọn tọ́jú nìkan. All right, that is for that. Thank you. Then Victoria talked about STMS. STMS is Staff Training Management System. Staff Training Management System. It is a software. It is a software that will do the nomination of nominees, or the identification of nominees for us. You know, everything has to do with IT skills. I've told you, you must know a lot about IT skills. We knew that some things can do some things for us. So many things is going on. A lot is going on. So many softwares that they use at PSO everywhere, because human beings can't do everything anymore. So this one is the one that will help us, as we would have keyed into it, that maximum 2 or 3 times a year, this person must be trained. Once you key everything into it, it goes to work. That is it. Thank you. Those are the 4 questions for now.
Okay, thank you very much, ma. Okay. Dune Akinusi Doris, you have the floor. Your name, your question, your ministry. Akinusi Doris, are you still with us?
She should unmute herself.
Yes, unmute yourself from your end. Akinusi Doris.
Maybe she's unable to.
Okay, maybe she's not with us. Okay, straight
no,
to
maybe
the chat
she's
box.
Maybe she's unable to unmute.
No, I've been trying. I've been sending signal to her.
Okay.
I don't know. Yes, ma'am. Okay, to the chat box, Morufa Tadiola Saka, she said, good afternoon, ma. In a situation whereby I apply for intention to further and it was recommended initially, but later there was no approval saying the school was not recommended by the NUC.
Okay.
So, but we have started already. What can we do?
All right, thank you very much. This goes back to the need to understand and collaborate and synergize with your people. Your director of admin and HR, most of the time we say they should not be passing the bulk. Your director should have asked you, or even you, that you want to do the thing. You should have asked the school if they were accredited by the National Universities Commission. Some schools will say they are accredited, but we will say, where is your letter? We have a system here, like a dashboard, a software, through which we can see all the universities in ESTAB here, up to some universities abroad. If anybody said they got an admission from Kensington University, New York, we can always find out. We can always find out. So we have a dashboard, and every year, even biannually, NUC will send the new accreditations to us. And that is why we keep saying, if you cannot ask your DHR, come over to ESTAB, Edidenle Kering, and find out before you put pen to paper. So definitely that your school was not accredited, but because some are greedy, they will say they're in the process. They're in the process. They would say because of the money you have brought to them, and you would have started lectures. If they don't get accredited, your degree na foul. You have just done it for yourself. But for Lagos State government, they will not recognize it. So you have just done it for yourself. And for NUC not to accredit a university, they've seen that maybe the environment is okay, is not okay, maybe the faculty, that is the lecturers. If lecturers are supposed to be 14 and they have only 10, they won't accredit them all, because one person cannot be jack of all trade. That is the way. So there are particular parameters that the NUC look at before they accredit any university. So you'll have to probably start again, or you just want to do that one and put it in your own pocket, but the state will not recognize it for you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. Adisa Abidemi Azizat, she said, what is the difference between job description and key performance indicator?
KPI and job description. I hope PS Suki did not hear. Don't let me say what level are you, because this is a class, Aziza. Now, let me tell you. And after I finish telling you, make sure that that beautiful phone you have with you, that expensive phone you have with you, let Google be your friend. Let Google be your friend. Whatever you don't understand, quickly Google it. When people say things, I quickly Google it, and you would have learned. You will learn no matter what. So now, key performance indicators are those tasks, are those tasks that you are supposed to do. Let me start with the job description. The job description are your tasks. You are to cover minutes of a meeting. You are to monitor welfare of all officers. You are to ensure that corpers and IT officers are in place as appropriately. I've mentioned 3 things. Now, your KPIs usually have timelines and percentages or days. There is a timeline. One could be ensure that corpers and ITs are in place in the right department or unit within 1 day of deployment or within 2 days. Key performance indicator indicating if you are doing that work. Number two, just like my friend said, P.S. Suki, nostalgia, the extract, the minutes of meeting, you know. So for minutes of meeting now, you must take note of the word verb, action words, ensure or analyze or ensure that extracts of minutes of meeting are ready within 24 hours of meeting dates. And minutes of meeting to be ready within 48 hours of release of extract. Those are the key performance indicators that will give you timeline. And when you meet your timelines, there is no how you will not score high in your SPADEF, because you must look at the job description to the KPIs given to you. And when you meet it and there are documentary evidences, you can score 90. But the documentary evidences and the justification must be attached and sent to the office of the head of service. That is why you have some high flyers. At times they'll say, "Ṣé mi ní orí méjì ni?" Àwọn míì lórí mẹ́rin o. Because when you do more than you should do, you must be so rewarded and remunerated. So that is the description, and I know that you will understand now. That's the difference between the JD. The JD gives birth to the KPIs, and your KPIs will give birth to your results. That is it.
Thank you very much, Ma. Let me check our YouTube participants to know if they have any question, Ma.
Okay, well done.
Yes, ma'am. We have like 500 participants here too.
Wow. And we were over 1,000 here. So that's 1,500. Imagine,
Yes,
this is huge. I hope you have a welfare department where unit where someone will ensure that you have water and meat pie beside you. Let some of the people on this call join this transformational group to have an assignment that you are doing. Emma feel nìkan.
Yes, yes, ma. I'm trying to look for competent person, ma. You know,
Okay.
it has to do with interest.
Exactly. You can't force it.
Yes, ma.
Yes.
It has to do with interest and willingness.
Yes.
So I'm looking for somebody that will not sabotage the efforts.
Exactly. And they are airing. We still have 768 here. So somebody at the end of the class should be able to say, please let me join you. Even join with the Zoom, contribute. Just join the winning team.
Yes, ma'am.
Well done there.
Thank you, ma'am. It's like there is no questions like that.
Okay, that's good. People have actually stayed, and I think I was very, very basic in the use of language.
Yes, ma'am. All right, ma'am. Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much, all participants.
Okay.
And thank you, ma, PSPSO, for your contribution, ma. I really appreciate your support, you and Coach, towards this, the achievement of this initiative, ma. On our channels, all our channels, we have like 6,000 on our channels, Telegram channels, WhatsApp channels. We have like 6,000 members.
Wow.
So we are growing every day, and we thank God for your support. So our norms here, we call on one person on behalf of the participant to appreciate our facilitator. Okay, I will call on my Oga, sir. Mr. Awe Jamiu, sir. Mr. Awe, are you on the call?
Maybe he's unable to unmute.
I've been trying to send signal to him. I think, okay, maybe just put it on. He may be doing another thing. Okay, Mr. Akerele Kehinde, you have the floor to appreciate our facilitator.
Good afternoon, my
Good
brother,
afternoon.
the permanent secretary. This was established. We really appreciate your presentation. It's really very enriching. Sorry, my name is Kendi Akerele, Deputy Director, Public Admin, Debt Management Office.
Okay, ADMO.
So let me just to appreciate our permanent secretary, our coach, who have been doing so much a wonderful job, even at the ministry with the training going around with the new system introduced now, so that more people can participate in the training, right? And your delivery actually showed that you have resources person in the service, and nobody can compete with the service. The private sector can do more, can do as much as we are doing in the service. It just be training, but it shows that we have the partner. The permanent secretary, PSO2, we did appreciate you for coming around to share your knowledge and your interest in our development, right? This platform really, apart from the exam, is really there to enrich our knowledge about service of what we do, so that we're able to meet up at any career we find ourselves, be able to compete favorably. So we did appreciate your presentation. It's very enriching, right? Cut across all board, be an engineer, be a public affairs, big scientific officer. There's one or two things we learn. Most as we move to the management level, right? You need to have knowledge across board. So we appreciate your thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you so much. And on this note, I really want to say I wish everyone good luck at whatever assessment you are going to. Remember, the most important thing, Irini Sini Soni Lojo, dress very well. Kedi Haubire. You understand? You understand that? Kedi Haubire. Let your belt for the men, let your belt match your shoes. For the ladies, you know, we can color block. We can carry any colored bag for any attire, but make sure that you are comfortable, nothing too tight, nothing too short. You know, we have a dress code, nothing like showing your cleavage. Be very decent and beautiful, and wear shoes that are very comfortable. Emma Jamo KKK yẹn, ẹsẹ̀ lè má lè gbé ìṣó mọ́ o. Kerora wore balanced shoes. I wish you very well, and I know that I'm going to see you at the next grade level. Congratulations.
My peers don't go. Good afternoon, ma.
Akerele did your job.
That's a good one. I just stepped out for another official assignment, just a few minutes, and my director just called me that you are already calling my name.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for what you have done, ma. We always appreciate you, and we need more of this. And like just the PS has said, if you permit me 1 minute, Oloko, sorry, I'm barging in now. Like our PS Kapo just said, it's better most often we are always coming into this program aside from promotion. Mr. Jamiu has been doing wonderfully well in the last number of years. But then the point is, there are two ways to it. One, the capacity to have even up to 1,000 has been very, very difficult for a long time because he's handling it all on his own, spending his money and capacity. But because of the promotion also, that makes the Senior Staff Association came into this and know how to assist to allow him up to this number. So I'm sure if the promotion finishes, I also want to beg the Senior Staff Association, maybe they will need to continue more and more on this like that some of the time. So not leaving him only to eat. So also, I know you also have your personal and individual aspect of assisting. That's why I can go on and on like this. So maybe some of us can already rally around him to make him have more of a capacity in terms of number of participants. So that going forward, it will not drop from 1,000 and come back to just 100 or 300 or 500. So it should be a continuous exercise. All of those who are helping him now should not stop at this time. So after the promotion, we should continue. Then it is easier for us to now follow up on our members, our staff, that if the capacity has been built, then you don't have any excuse not to join. And like I know, over 6,000, if I get it right, and numbers of people are even going to do promotion, and it's only 1,900 that are coming on in here. It is either they don't have the ability to join, or I'm not sure anybody will not want to join. If there is capacity beyond 1,000, I'm sure you will have had more. But because the capacity does not go beyond 1,000, that's why we are having 999 like this. So the continuous habit of even assisting people who are pioneering this kind of issue should also really be supported. So we want to have this as a kind of plea to you, ma, and to every other person that is in the aim of affairs there to assist the people like this, and some other people have some other platform also. I know it's not only him that is doing it. Dr. Gbadabo is also doing his own. Some other people are doing their own at the back end. And at every time they call people like you as our peers, and even those of us that are even our junior directors, we're also coming in to put up our own efforts into doing what we can do best. We thank you very, very much, man. And God will continue to give you the wisdom and the leadership skill to continue to develop our mentors. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Jamiu Baba Okoti Osanwo. Thank you so much. So that they can come and help you. Thank you very much. I appreciate, and I want to say thank you to my sister once again, because we want the best. You can see that most of the time when we're talking, we can be quite emotional because we want the best of the best. Most of us came in from the private sector, and here we are. We came in, we saw, we've conquered, and we want to look back and say, I want more. Please support this initiative and continue to be the best of the best. Lifelong learning, keep learning. Post-promotion exercise, continue with this thing. Let the engineers come and teach us about project management. Let the surveyors come and teach us about GIS. Let the drain engineers come and tell us what we can use in flushing our drains. Every day, let different people come and tell us different things to do. At the end of the day, we'll be better for it and we will have no lack. Thank you once again. It's my pleasure. Once there's another opportunity, I'll be ready to always deliver any lecture. Thank you very much. Over and out.
Thank you very much, man. Mr. Wee, thank you very much. We have all our session on YouTube on our YouTube channel. So please visit our YouTube channel. I've sent the link on the chat box. Access our library. Please subscribe to support this initiative so that we can expand on the YouTube community. Thank you very much. Goodbye and God bless you all. Bye.